Hello and welcome to the training session for designing a coupon for your book. You are going to first start off by going to your US Savings Book CD and double clicking on building your book. You will then double click on My Dining section. This screen right here will pop up and you will then be ready to go. We are going to assume that you've called the restaurant or entertainment establishment already and they've said they are interested and are looking forward to receiving a proof. When that happens, let's say for example you are going to be making a Carl's Jr. coupon. If you take your cursor and you come up to the original name here, you'll notice there is one coupon here, and this coupon is for an Arizona area restaurant. But we are going to use this layout to make your coupon. Take your cursor up here, left click and drag, because we're going to want to change that name. If you left click and drag, it will highlight that information, and we can now then type in Carl's Jr. You will then want to make sure you change the address, city, and phone number to fit the correct address and information for Carl's Jr. If you take your cursor, left click and drag, you can then change the address, 1234 Main Street, or whatever the address is. Let's make this a little longer than it should be. Let's put west. You will notice that it's taking up 2 lines rather than 1. What we will want to do is take our cursor right here and just start backspacing until it comes up onto 1. And you'll want to try to get the city centered right in here, which it is. And you can always come over here and move things around, or you can hit up here your center button and it will center this line. Now it says this certificate good for 1 complimentary dinner entree. Well, with Carl's Jr. they may be offering a complimentary hamburger. So if we left click and drag, we can change this to hamburger. And now we can say with the purchase of a hamburger meal of equal or greater value, Now you will want to change the information here. This says not valid with any other offer, expires, and you will want to put in the correct expiration date for your book. And over here you will want to change the contact information to fit your contact information. And we will now want to change this logo to a Carl's Jr. logo. You can scan business cards or menus and copy and paste them onto here. An easy way to do this for a more well-known restaurant is through the internet. If you come up to a web browser, if you click on here and backspace it, will get rid of that logo. And now let's get into a web browser. I go into a Google search, which is pretty easy to use, and I have up here a Google search. If you go to google.com, you can get the same information. Type in Carl's Jr. and hit search. What's going to happen is it's going to give you, well, here it shows a million pages of Carl's Jr. information. We're not interested in that. We want the images. So take your cursor up here to images, click on images, and it will give you 26,000 images regards to Carl's Jr. And we're looking for a logo. And you can see a few logos that they have here. You can take any of these logos, and if you right click and copy, then let's get out of here and right click and paste that information, that logo. And when we put it where we want it to be, you're going to notice that it is, for one thing, too big, and another thing, the text wraps around it. In all logos or graphics that you put onto any of the pages, what you want to try to do is make it so the text does not wrap around that. So if you take your cursor up here, you'll notice a little dog and it says text wrapping. If you left click on that, click on none, that means there will be no text wrapping. Now we want to make the logo smaller. You will notice the little circles on the corners and center. If you take your cursor, take it to the corner, lines will come where your cursor is. Now I can left click and drag this to make it smaller if I choose. And I can take the arrows on my keyboard to move that around. And there you go. You have a coupon and you're ready. Now if you get out of any of the text boxes or graphics boxes, and if you hit right click, if you hit Control A, it will highlight everything. And now you can right click and copy that information and you can paste that onto your proof page, and we will go over how to do that in another training session. What we want to do now, though, is prepare. Let's say you have another restaurant you want to put in, Pizza Hut. We don't want to have to go through making all of these text boxes, so what we want to do is take your cursor up here to Insert, left click, then left click on Duplicate Page, and you will notice down here that it added a new page. Page 1 has Carl's Jr., now page 2 has Carl's Jr. And now we can use this same layout, and it's going to have your correct information here and your correct information here. We can change it to Pizza Hut. And then make sure that you change your address, your city, and your phone number to the correct information for Pizza Hut. You don't want somebody calling Pizza Hut and getting Carl's Jr. by mistake. When you are done with your coupons, you can X out of this, and it will ask you if you want to save your information. And then when you click yes, it will automatically save that information. I hope this helps in making your coupons. Please email me if you have any further questions on this, and take a look at the other training sessions that we have. I wish you the best of success. Bye-bye.